Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful holiday with your family and that a bird is already in the oven by the time you are reading this or listening to this. Okay, we're doing the Numerology and Astrology for November 25th, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 14, and if you add the 1 and the 4 together, you get the number 5. I love the motto of this number, be here now. There are times when that is the most important thing being asked of us. How often do we not completely show up for our magnificent life? And it is so sad when we let small moments in time pull us into the places of angst, and then we do not allow the beauty of our true nature to explode into this life fully. It is all about embracing this moment and allow what arises to become an offering up to the divine. So often I think that God looks out through our eyes and witnesses this reality through our experience. What would the divine think of this moment in your life now? I like to think that he, she, God, stares in wonder at the complexity of what is happening and marvels at the beauty of family and the joys of coming together. Today, let the divine see your wonderful life and the power of your family. Then bake a few pies and make some cookies. Who knows? God might be like Santa Claus and enjoy the cookies and milk. Okay, the astrology today. Try not to overthink. Yes, it is Thanksgiving, but you don't have to do it all yourself. This is a time when we come together to share and laugh about the past and enjoy the present shifts and evolutions that naturally happen in the unending drama that is family. The moon moves into Leo, and it wants to be a day where there are dramatic expressions of love and much laughter. Mercury and the South Node are making the mental stresses a bit hard. Do your best to not overthink, avoid, or be emotionally distant. Mercury will also semi-square to Venus. Know that decisions could be a challenge because of too many cooks in the kitchen. Pay attention to the hearts and pay less attention to the minds. Too many are raw and overly sensitive, so little things will trigger others. Take the time to engage in those interesting conversations that create memories. Don't try to do the mundane things and let the little things have an interesting twist. My quote for today: giving thanks for all the joy, giving thanks to even those that annoy. There are times when we need to learn and times we need to learn to discern. Without those moments that cause discomfort and pain, we would not learn to overcome stress and strain. There are those moments that seemed terrible in the past that now we look at with fondness for the lessons amassed. In a blink of an eye, another person in your life will be gone, and this is a special moment to listen and sing out a song to all those that have helped us along our way and to all those that still suffer and are in dismay. And my blog for today. We celebrate a holiday that was based on a moment of kindness that was turned into a betrayal of an entire civilization and its people. Today, I celebrate those who offered kindness in the most desperate of times, because kindness is an emotion that comes from the human understanding that life can be a struggle. And when we have struggled, we are more sensitive to others that are suffering. Historically, mankind forgets that offering when they want something another has. So today, I celebrate those that have been kind and then have had that kindness turned against them. While I believe that it is always wise to do your best to be kind and to intend to do no harm, too often each of us have handed an olive branch out and had others who then cause us harm and want to lash out at us. I send out a prayer for those that have tried and failed. I know that life is not always fair. I know that we can do better as a people and as a culture. I know that others judge us for our actions and our inactions. It is even trickier when a large group intends to cause harm but tries to make it look like something else. They try to justify atrocious behavior. This world is in desperate need for those with a kind heart and those that try to lend a helping hand. We see over and over again, no good deed goes unpunished, and yet it is a beautiful quality of human nature to attempt to do the right thing in order to grow and to do better. Many years ago, I was driving down 11th East in Salt Lake City, and I see cars going around something in the road. When I get to that place, I see a cat lying in the street, unmoving. I immediately stopped my car and got out to check to see if the animal was okay. The cat was unconscious but seemed intact. I picked it up carefully and take it to the Sugar House vet, which I was close to. I was angry at all those who did not stop and wondered if I had not done anything, if somebody would have just run over the cat thinking it was dead. By the time I get to the vet a few minutes later, the cat was alert and freaking out in my car. I am trying to softly talk to the cat and calm it down. I get to the vet and ask for their help in getting the cat safely out of my car without more stress, and they were great at getting the cat into the building and checking her out. They asked if I had hit the cat, and I explained that I did not, but that I stopped so that the cat was not going to get squished in the road. The vet told me that the cat had a head injury and that it would cost $600 to stabilize the cat. I told them to do it, and I paid the fee with my credit card. Then we took some pictures of the cat and made some posters, and I went around to that neighborhood and dropped them off in mailboxes and tacked them to the nearby telephone poles in the area. Sure enough, the owner found out and called the vet. Then they called me, and I was hoping for a profound thank you, but instead they accused me of hitting the cat. And they wanted to refuse to pay for the stabilization of the cat because they believed that it was my fault. I explained what happened, and I said that if that was what they thought, then I was willing to pay for their cat because saving their cat's life was more important to me than the money. They got the cat back, and I was out of the money. But again, I would do it all again. I would not change anything because in that moment, an animal was suffering with a head injury. It needed immediate care. And if it did not have that care, it could have died. And I'm not willing to live with the karma of doing nothing. Do something when you can. Be careful when another will demand. Things are not always yours to take on. Sometimes you can become another's karmic pawn. Thanks, everyone.